What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Buck Crawford Beats. It's Errol Spence. I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. That notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Arum reacts to Terence Crawford stopping Errol Spence Jr. And this reaction is nothing we didn't expect. He says, "I told you so." Even though I don't promote Terence Crawford anymore, I always knew Terence Crawford was the better fighter. Errol Spence Jr. doesn't like to fight southpaw, and Terence Crawford fought the entire fight southpaw, and he made it look easy. He said Errol didn't make any adjustments. He just let Crawford do whatever he wanted to do. Bobby Arum been telling us for years that Terence Crawford would beat Errol Spence, but a lot of people didn't believe it. Even when Crawford left Top Rank, Bobby Arum still kept telling us that Terence Crawford would beat Errol Spence. He says, just because a guy isn't with me doesn't mean I don't believe he's the best fighter in the world. I remember Bobby Arum used to say Errol Spence Jr. is hiding behind Al Heyman. But I got to be critical of Bobby Arum, guys. Bobby Arum, I don't know what it is. I wish I knew, but there's something wrong with Bobby Arum a little bit. Bobby Arum has a talent right now. Naoya Inoue, right? Naoya Inoue. Bobby Arum is doing everything in his power to make sure Inoue is really promoted right, to make sure Inoue becomes undisputed. He's doing business with Al Heyman. So why, when he had Terence Crawford, he couldn't do business with Al Heyman? It just doesn't make sense. He also refused to make Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. I have to put a lot of the blame on Bobby Arum, guys. I'm not even going to sit here and cap. As much as I blame Al Heyman and Errol Spence for not wanting to fight, we also got to hold Bobby Arum accountable. He tarnished Terence Crawford's name. Why would he do that? That's disrespectful. Why would you tarnish your own fighter's name? He said, the amount of money I lost on Terence Crawford, I could have built a house in Beverly Hills. That's ridiculous. If you're losing money on a fighter, that's your fault. The guy's job is just to fight. Your job is to promote it. Obviously, you're doing something wrong. You're doing bad business. The fighter isn't doing bad business. The fighter job is to produce in the ring. He shouldn't have to worry about the money part, the promotion part. So Bobby Arum just needed to take accountability for his actions. I guess he feels like he was above the law at that time. It's ridiculous how Bobby Arum handled the entire situation. I feel like he could have handled that situation a little bit different. And I feel like he don't care. He's going to always handle the situation however he wants to handle it. And I also feel like Bobby Arum is going to be the reason why Shakur Stevenson leaves him. And this has nothing to do with Shakur Stevenson. I'm just making a point. Bobby Arum has Vasyl Lomachenko right now, a guy who can get Shakur Stevenson to the next level. If Shakur Stevenson is successful against him, Bobby Arum was willing to allow Devin Haney to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. So he gave Devin Haney that opportunity before he gave Vasyl Lomachenko that. Before he gave his own fighter, Shakur Stevenson. It don't make sense. He gave Jeff Horn the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao before he gave Terence Crawford the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao. Like, just stupid business decisions from Bobby Arum. It don't make sense to me. Why would you give Jeff Horn the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao before you give that opportunity to Terence Crawford? Why would you give Devin Haney the opportunity, even though Devin Haney is champ, Lomachenko wants to fight for the belt? But still, he should have did Vasyl Lomachenko. This is what Bob Arum was smart. He would have did Vasyl Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson and a winner versus Devin Haney. That would have been much better. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson and the winner versus Devin Haney. He should have fed Vasyl Lomachenko to Shakur Stevenson first before. Then the winner would have fought Devin Haney. Instead, he feeds Vasyl Lomachenko to Devin Haney. And everybody is saying Shakur Stevenson never fought nobody. I mean, ridiculous stuff. But let me get back to his reaction. I agree with what he says when it comes to the fight. Errol Spence, the writing was always on the wall. Errol Spence wasn't a better fighter. Terence Crawford was always the better fighter. And Bud Crawford proved that. I'm just upset that everybody keeps saying Errol had a bad night or Errol wasn't the same. No matter what time in history Errol fought Terence Crawford, before the accident, after the accident, Errol Spence would have still lost the fight. Styles make fights. Terence Crawford was always the better fighter, guys. But I don't understand how you people don't follow the sport of boxing or understand what y'all watched when y'all saw Crawford versus Spence. The reason the fight looked so easy because Crawford disarmed Errol Spence. He took away his best weapon. Imagine going into a gunfight. Somebody take your gun away from you. What are you going to use? A knife? You're going to use a knife against a gun? You're going to lose. You're going to get killed. That's what happened in that fight. Errol Spence got disarmed. Crawford took away his best weapon, which was his jab. Crawford showed him that his jab was superior to Errol Spence. He was able to block Errol Spence's jab while he landed his jab, and Errol wasn't able to make adjustments. He wasn't able to make an adjustment to that. It was just the strangest thing I ever seen. That Errol Spence, I've been saying this, Errol Spence doesn't make adjustments, and he proved me right. Literally proved me right that he doesn't make adjustments. He let Crawford do whatever he wanted to do with him. And Crawford even carried the guy for a couple rounds. I feel like the referee should have let the fight continue. Spence should have went out on his back because some fans are even saying the referee stopped the fight early. Spence should have went out on his back or on his face, or Derrick James should have stopped the fight. I mean, it is what it is. Bob Arum is right. Bud was always the better fighter. I think Errol Spence should have took Bob Arum advice when he told him the smartest thing you could do is stay away from Terence Crawford. That's the smartest thing to do. Stay away from Terence Crawford. Remember when they met up in 2018? Bob told Spence to stay away from Bud. Spence didn't listen, and Spence got what was coming for him. It is what it is. It's your boy Easy Ruler, and I'm out.